How's it going? How's it going, guys? Hopefully, everybody's having an okay weekend, being stuck inside your house or going out doing your minimal essential activities. I just got back from. Well, I'm not back yet, but I just got went to the grocery store to get some stuff that I needed for my house. So, other than that, I just wanted to get on here and say hi to everybody. See how everyone's doing in this crazy situation. If you are Ubering or Lyfting or Instacart, whatever you're doing out there, I hope you're doing it safely. Wear your specific like gloves, masks, whatever you need to wear to keep yourself safe and get yourself home to your family. Um, with that being said, I haven't done Uber or Lyft or anything really in the past 3 weeks because of all of this. I've just been working my full-time job, which thankfully is essential. Um, so thankfully I don't have to collect unemployment or do any of that. But it's this whole thing is crazy to me. Hopefully it's over. I don't think it's going to be over for a while, but hopefully it starts to decline at least. So I just wanted to go live, see how everybody was doing um, in these times. I have not really gone live for a long time, just because there hasn't really been a reason or a need to. I don't feel like I should get on here and spread any type of news concerning this whole deal. I know some people have been going on here, some YouTubers have been coming on daily and giving updates and their opinions on this specific issue. Um, there's so much false news out there right now, or news that maybe is not 100% good, and I'm pretty sure all of us are all sick of hearing about it. So, on a lighter note, if anybody is in the room, if you want to talk, chat, ask questions, if you want to tell me about what you've been up to lately, what you've been doing to keep yourself sane at home. Um, me, when I went to Walmart a couple days ago to get groceries, I stopped in the games section. I got some board games for uh, for me and my dad to play when we're at home. Kind of keep our minds active. Um, got some crossword puzzles, some books, things like that. Stuff to do that I haven't had the time to do um, when I'm busy all the time. So that's one, like, me personally, I always try to look at the cup as half full. So no matter how bad it gets, there's always a silver lining to the situation. And this has, even though we're all social distancing and not really seeing the people that we want to see as much and everything like that in person, I kind of feel like this took us back a little bit to maybe like the early 1900s, where people weren't always connected and people weren't always visiting each other, but at the same time, we now have time to read that book that you have been putting off for the past year, or study something. Say maybe you were trying to do an online course and you didn't have the time or whatever. Well, guess what? Now you have the time. Cleaning out that garage that you've been putting off for 2 years. I've been seeing a lot of people do yard work, and a lot of my friends actually um, painting rooms in their house and doing side projects and house projects, taking your kids on trail walks or things like that, where there's really not a lot of people around, but you can still get out and experience nature and stuff like that. So my message to everybody would be is, if you do find yourself stuck in a situation where you don't have an essential job and you have lots of time on your hands, come up with a list of things that you need, that you as a person um, need to get done, and use the time that you have right now to do that. Um, it sucks because I know a lot of campsites and stuff are closed, but I would love to go camping if I knew somebody that had a decent amount of land or something and I could do that. That would be something I would put all my stuff together and go camping. Um, but use your time wisely, you know what I mean? There's a reason that this happened. Whether you want to believe that or not is up to you, but I personally believe everything happens for a reason, and um, yeah, we all get so busy and crazy in life that we don't take time sometimes to stop and smell the roses. And this, I personally believe, is one of those things where look at the silver lining and see, well, what can I use this time for? Instead of like watching Netflix, binge watching TV. I mean, if you haven't watched your favorite episode of something and you want to binge watch, then go for it. But use your time wisely and figure out what's something you've been putting off for a while. Maybe reading a book or something like that, and go for it. And I hope everybody has a good day. I hope everybody is being safe and productive. But yeah, I just want you guys to be safe out there. And if you're gonna go out, what's up, Hogan? How's it going? Everything is going well. I'm just checking in. I haven't done a live in a long time, so I figured I would just go live, say hi to everybody, um, see who comes into the chat, and just talk, man. Talk about life. Talk about my feelings on this whole situation. I personally have some crazy feelings, so I'm not going to get too much into those. But I don't know. This whole thing to me is weird. It came out of left field. It came out of nowhere. It hit fast. It hit hard. And I don't consider myself a conspiracy theorist, but there's a lot of things that just don't add up. And let's just say I don't think nature. Do I think Uber and Lyft? I don't think that's a tough subject, because there's lots of people out there that need Uber and Lyft to get back and forth to work. For some reason or another, they don't have a car, they don't have a license. Maybe they had DUI in the past or something like that, and they need Uber and Lyft to get back and forth to work. So do I think Uber and Lyft should shut down? No. I mean, yes, I do. But there are certain circumstances where it's necessary for people to rely on Uber and Lyft. So at the same time, it's kind of one of those double-edged swords. I think people need to take a very, if you are doing Uber and Lyft, you need to take a very good approach to it. You need to have Lysol and some type of disinfecting wipes and things like that if people get in your car. If you are going to do Uber and Lyft, I think you should have a mask. You need to have gloves, things like that to protect yourself. At the same time, personally, I don't know, like, this whole thing has got me just, I don't know. I somewhat kind of feel like it's a new strain of a flu. I don't think it's this specific, I don't know. I can't explain it, guys. I partially don't want to talk about my views on this virus for the simple fact that I might piss a lot of people off on how I feel about it. Um, I don't think, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like a gut feeling that I don't feel that this virus was nature made. It might have been a small strain of some type of virus, but I feel like it was somehow created or mutated in a lab somewhere, and somehow it got out, and now it's going rampant and mutating. I feel that there's too much, like, questions that need answered. I mean, the doctor in China that came out a couple of weeks after this whole thing happened, saying that it was an issue and blah blah this and blah blah that, he ended up being killed like the very next day. The whistleblower that came out and started talking about all this stuff in Wuhan and all this shit, he ended up dying the very next day. Somebody killed him. So it's like, okay, well, stuff like that happens. It's like you start questioning, well, what is this all about? Um, there's so many different things that happen, that have been happening with this, that, like I said, I feel like it's some type of conspiracy to reset the world. Now, if that's not the case, and it's not, then at the same time, it's nature's way of warning us that we need to start taking better care of the earth. And I hate to say that, but it's true, because we, as humans, I feel, are taking way too much from this earth, and we don't ever give it back. And at some point, something's going to happen, whether it's this virus or something else, that's going to take us all from this earth, and is going to make the earth do a reset. Whether that's the polar ice caps melting and all this global warming and all this other stuff, or this virus, at some point, something is going to happen. Something needs to happen. And if we're not smart enough to slow down on stripping the world of fossil fuels and all this other stuff, then we're going to end up paying the price. Food delivery has the new no contact delivery. Yeah, and I wouldn't do that anyway. Like, um, yeah, you just sit at the doorstep or whatever. I have never done food delivery. I've never the I never did like Instacart and stuff like that. The only things I ever done was Uber Eats. But I personally stopped doing any of that about 3 weeks ago. Once it started to go crazy, like I said, my full time job, I had, um, I've been getting a lot of overtime, working 10, 12-hour shifts over the past 2 weeks. Um, that's gonna slow down eventually. And if I get to the point where I need the money, then I'll go out and I'll try Uber Eats or whatever. But I'm not having anybody in my car during this. I don't need it. Um, and if, like I said, if I have to, I'll just end up doing Uber Eats on the side. But all right, guys. With that being said, I hope everybody has a good day. Take care. Stay safe out there. And for the love of God, if you are gonna go drive, wear a mask. Protect yourself. Um, Make sure you're cleaning your car. And take care of each other, guys. Stay safe out there. Bye.